as he steps in with a straight punch, we know that we can catch him with a linear blow. Very effective movement. Very effective technique. Okay, we have a basic technique that we can use. What we're going to do now is use, of course, circular motion. And now notice the circle that my opponent's making. We've looked at how we're making circles with our body. What about circles that he's making? As he steps in, his body's rotating. So instead of a linear blow, if I want to use a circular blow, while he's rotating, I could very easily use a middle knuckle strike. And as he's stepping through, I want to catch him as he's turning into that. So our first technique, we were doing this, and in our second technique, we continued that pattern, and we looked at overlapping circles. Now we're going to look at two circles that are touching at a point. So as he punches, I'm going to make contact, I'm going to rake across his ribs, and then I'm going to reverse direction into a back fist. If you want to keep going a step further, I can rake across, I can strike with any weapon that I want, outward strike, reverse direction. Now, we also learned earlier that we can stay on the same circle and we can change weapons that we're using, right? So I could reverse direction, but I could use my elbow now, and I could blast through, and I didn't want to do this without him being aware of it. I can buckle the knee as I come in with an elbow. And now we have, we come across and we catch him once, we reverse direction, we catch him again, we reverse direction, and we catch him one more time. There's a little bit more to this one. I don't want to really get into it tonight because we've already looked at two techniques. I just want you to really take away this idea of reverse motion. So practice that, and then I have one more idea for you that I think will be of use and something that you can start applying to many of your techniques already. Okay? Work on that, and then we will come back with one last idea. Now, my last tip of the night, and this is a good one. It's one you don't think of too often. We learn in our training, and you guys know, that what you do with your legs, you should look at and you should adapt and understand that you can do it with your hands. What I want you to do now is understand that what you can do with your hands, you can do with your elbows, oftentimes. So if you take patterns of motion that you have in your techniques, for instance, he throws his punch, and I come across with my knuckle, and then back with my outward strike. So I rake with my knuckle, I can catch him with a back fist. Can I adapt that? If we're in close range, this doesn't work as well anymore. What can I do? Well, let's move to the elbow now, and look at what we get. 1, 2. It's the same pattern. It's the same thing I learned to do with my hands. I'm just adapting it to my elbows. Any other techniques that you guys can think of? Well, we have a kicking combination actually, right? Where we throw a low kick, I get him to react, and then I catch him. So I want you to go down and block. I get him to react. He drops his guard, and then I catch him with my roundhouse kick. We can do the same thing with our hands, can't we? Linear. I can come back to circular. Well, let's change sides here. If he throws a roundhouse punch, 1, 2, and I catch him with an elbow here, linear to circular. Isn't it the same pattern? So I've given you a couple to get you started, to get you thinking. Now you start looking at your techniques and the patterns that you have with your hands and see what else you can uncover. Okay? I'll give you a couple minutes to do that now, and then we're going to, that'll be it for class. We'll end up.